The one, the only, Big Meech, back for part 3 with the pub. The news coming out, and we can talk about it. I know you said you're an open book off air. Um, you get what they say was gambling, and you get popped for it, and then you're suspended for a year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, can you walk us through those moments of like finding out and like what
So,
led to it? All that, like, yeah,
so basically they so I got to OTAs this past April, and it was just like that first day at OTAs. That's when like they informed me, but they didn't tell me until like 2 o'clock later on that day, maybe like after practice and stuff. So it was crazy because Coach Campbell, happy to see everybody, most of the people back for like OTAs getting workouts and stuff, and then he told us about it like, hey, they're coming down hard on the gambling and whatever. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. And send me an email and a letter saying I'm under investigation. They send you like certain dates and stuff, and then it's just like a process from there. So like nobody really knows about it until it comes out. So
yeah,
um literally it took for like when y'all found out, I already knew about it for like maybe, well, I got suspended in July. Yeah, like maybe like 2 or 3 months already. So it's really like a long process as far as that, but it was just like when I found out, I was like, oh, because it's automatic 6 games and stuff like that, depending on what they decide. So I
yeah,
was like, all right, cool. I can do preseason stuff and just have to sit out 6 games and then go from there. But that's if that team wants to keep you around because you technically holding up a roster spot throughout the whole ordeal. So it was a lot. It was a lot going through my head. I was just like, damn, like what now? So
right.
eventually I was just working out. Then I got released like May 4th, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure. Sometime was early May, and just went from there. Had a mini camp invite with Denver, and after that, I was just free agent. So
Yeah,
it's a whole process, man. It's a lot. I mean, it's it's like I feel like it's a 50-50 thing where like I knew I was gambling, but I wasn't informed on when, like, not I'm gonna say when, but like where I can gamble for the most part,
right.
because it was me and 2 other rookies that got popped, on
Mm-hmm.
Detroit, Emerson and Stanley. We everybody, we was in there, and they have like a lesson like every for like rookie meetings and stuff, and then before camp they got like a lesson, but they speed through it,
Yeah,
and it's just it's one of those things where like you ask them, can we, do this and do that? It was like yes, and that was it, and then just sped through it. So it's like it's a 50-50 thing. Like I'm taking it on the chin, obviously,
yeah,
um, and just moving on past it because I really can't say what I want to say, but
yeah. I, I,
it's crazy.
Absolutely, man. And I think you've handled it really well. Like you've stayed off social media. You've stayed like you're like, hey, like you said, you're going to take it on the chin, and it is what it is. You pay the 6 games, and you work your ass off this little bit of this chapter of your life, and your film will speak for itself. You'll get another chance. We pray and think
Yeah,
so.
like, let's like I know I'm good because
Yeah,
honestly, I hate the way I left because obviously that's gonna follow me like my whole career and everything, and
yeah,
I having eyes on me and stuff. I don't do nothing no way, so
right.
like so I don't even post on social media like that.
Mm-mm.
Um, but I feel like it's a blessing in disguise in my favor because of how things were playing out, in my head and how things were playing out in Detroit.
Yeah,
So like because they drafted the D tackle, they paid 2 more or 3 more, and then next year you have to pay like 5 D tackles, maybe I
mm-hmm.
include myself. So it worked out because honestly, I feel like it would have been like a similar situation than it was last year as far as me playing.
Yeah, yeah. Of kind of getting overlooked a little bit, and
Yeah,
in a crowded D tackle room, that's a lot.
man.
Um, it. We talked about this because I feel like this offseason has been crazy with the gambling suspensions, and it's just like, man, this is the highest number I've seen players get suspended for it. And we
Mm-hmm.
were talking like they need to do something. They need to educate rookies and they need to, not just rookies, but everybody, because the gambling landscape is changing so much, and it's so easy to pick up that phone and like, hey, I'm gonna put my parlay in, and it
Man,
might not even be on the
dump.
NFL.
I
It could
can
be,
take
yeah. Go
dump.
ahead.
I can take a dump and
Yeah,
open my phone and gamble, bro.
Yep.
It's that
Yep.
accessible. And
exactly.
the crazy thing is a app that NFL is partnered with. So it's like, how can you suspend players that's something that you're partnered with? And it's not like
Yep.
anybody's getting hurt. Nothing of that nature. Like, we're not throwing games on purpose. It's other things. We just at the facility with it because we're there all day. That's
Yeah,
like my only issue. Like, I'm there from 6 to 6. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, you have downtime, you on your phone, it's just right there.
yeah. And like you said, the NFL is getting money from this gambling website, but you can't participate. Like that's been Tim's biggest soapbox. I think all of our soapboxes.
Yeah.
You can't take
Well,
this money,
yeah.
and then suspend players for doing what they want fans to do. It's not right.
It's
normal.
Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna say it's weird, like from the fans' perspective, is like we see all this happening. Like, okay, Calvin Ridley's suspended for a year, and like all these players, be getting suspended, and then it's like Sunday afternoon watching football. It's like, oh, open the DraftKings app, and it's like advertising. It's like, wait a minute. It's like I thought this was what isn't supposed to be good. Yeah. So it's like very two-faced from the NFL.
It pisses me off, like. And it's like, gambling is legal in Michigan. So I'm like, I get the letter and I'm just like, driving by. You got a billboard says MGM Grand like Casino. Yeah. Then you got another one that says FanDuel. Then a DraftKings commercial come on. I'm like, it's everywhere. Like, it's everywhere. Like, how am I not going to be tempted to do something?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If it's getting thrown at me, it's in commercials all the time. Like, have it basically replaying all day. It's always something with some type of bet, and it's celebrities, even NBA players. They have partnerships with these gambling apps and stuff like that. DraftKings, FanDuel, whatever it is, it's literally being thrown everywhere.
Absolutely.
The way it like all plays out, it's just like what the PGA and the Live did. Like the PGA is like, hey, you do not want to go do this. You're ruining the sanctity of golf. And then all of a sudden they signed this like multi-billion-dollar deal. And it's just like, well, you guys went and didn't have your chance to make the money. We're going to take the money. Screw y'all.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty shitty.
It's
what it is, man. But, got to play by the rules. Like I said, it's a 50-50 thing. Mm-hmm. Like, I was gambling. I wasn't fully aware of, like, the gambling policy, but it is say you can't, can't gamble on certain things. So like I said, I'm just taking it and taking it day by day and just leaving it all out, leaving it alone all at once. Because right now it's just that took away a year of football for me.
Exactly.
It's like I've never not played football. Like, this is my first time being out for anything, any reason. I've never not played football. So it's like, it's new to me. It's kind of weird. It is weird, not kind of. It is weird, and just like, I have to find something else to do, which is it's early. I'm 24. I'm not in my 30s or 40s. Just I'm 24. So, it's just it is what it is. You just gotta run. You gotta go with it. Play with the game.
That's right, and that you hinted at it. You're young. You've been healthy, knock on wood. You got a lot of things going for you, and we're excited for you. Before I turn it over for Tim, because I know Tim's got a load of questions. He's a big Lions fan and big, we're all big Meech fans here. But answer if you can. If you can't, it's all right. Did the bet at least hit?
No.
Damn it,
bro. I was like, and being honest, bro, I probably only lost like $200.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, if you put it in perspective like that, I only lost $200 and none of it hit. Just like,
Yeah.
You know what's going on. I can see if I put in like a Hail Mary, I just like 900 or something like that. But I
Yeah,
did.
right.
So it's you just gotta play the game. It is what it is. You can't even. It's certain things you can't even do. But I'm finding things out as I look deeper into it, like after the fact. So it's just like I'm learning. I'm taking this time to learn what I can and can't do. You know, as a professional athlete, because it's not only us. You know, you got the other leagues that have probably like the same rules in place as far as like gambling and stuff. Like MLB got certain rules.
Oh yeah.
NBA got certain rules. It's just like just trying to look into it so I can know is when I get back exactly what I can and can't do. Because I would like honestly, it's just like a thing where they tell you something, but they don't really go into depth. Like this off season, I'm pretty sure they went into depth. Like after all the suspensions, they went into depth about the gambling. So it's gonna be that, and then the next thing is gonna happen, and they're gonna go into depth then. So I feel like it should just do a better job of, especially guys coming in, like informing us better and informing us more for like, so we won't have these type of situations. Because it's been like out of all the suspensions, it's been mostly like first and second year guys that don't know nothing. We're just really getting our feet wet in the league. We don't know what's going on, and it's just it's there. Like I said, like they throwing it at you, and then you get tempted. Like it happens. So, and hopefully do a better job of that, because that's why I told them like in my interview talking to them and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the best attitude to have, Meech. Shout out to you.
Yeah, it sounds like from listening to you and kind of them maybe glossing over that stuff quickly to get to like the real meat and potatoes of training camp. I guess I equate it to like a safety meeting. They just go over the safety stuff, they brush over it, but like if something happens, if a patient falls, like your license is on the line, and it's like, well, wait a minute, you took 15 minutes to tell me like just don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. All right, let's actually start treating people. But it's almost like when the guillotine was coming down, it was like the punishment didn't fit, not the crime, but like yeah, and it was like, wait a minute.
And I say that all the time. I get what you say. Like I say all the time. It's like, I think maybe like a couple of players got suspended for like PEDs, and that's actually cheating. You trying to boost your performance to win a game. You know what I'm saying? So they got like 4 games or something like that. But I open the app on my phone, I get a year. Just like flexible, I get a year. So it doesn't necessarily make sense. Or like you be having like a bunch of domestic violence cases. There's all type of stuff that goes on that's worse than gambling. Not necessarily, nobody's throwing the game, nobody's doing anything crazy to put someone in harm's way or themselves. So it's crazy. Like it doesn't match. But like I said, I don't have really a say so. So I'm just going with it. And then once I'm back in there, I'm in there, then hopefully I could be one of those guys that can just, hey, reading up on like all the rules and stuff. Hey, don't do this, don't do that. Cause it's like a lot of stuff I didn't know until I really just sat down and actually read the rules and stuff and like policies and stuff.